So, how many of you have struggled with public speaking? It is like, I gotta take these off. So, it truly is second scariest for most humans to dying. Most people fear public speaking almost as much as they do death. And that sounds a little crazy when we say it out loud, but it's a legit fear. So I'm going to talk to you today really quickly about the 10 things that I have used over the last couple of years. Hi, Tina. Hi, Janice. Thanks for joining. To help me become maybe a more confident speaker. I'm super introverted. So, and I know I've told you all that 1,000 times. So if you are new to any of my lives, I'm Mandy Smith. I am an entrepreneur. I also am super type A, but always last minute. So I'm always this crazy ball of nerves. And so this doesn't exactly help my fear of public speaking when it's going on, but I've done a lot of it. What I think is a lot in the last couple of years. And I've practiced a couple of things each and every time that have helped me become better and better. So as an introvert, I want to share with you maybe some secrets that extroverts don't have to worry about. Maybe you do. Like I said, the second biggest fear for humans, for people, is public speaking next to death. So this is totally common. So I'm no expert. I'm just going to share with you my 10 tips. Hi, Anna. My 10 tips. Thank you, Denise. My 10 tips to making your public speaking appearance a success. So number 1, mentally prep for the occasion. That should be super obvious, right? But for some people, y'all see my snowflakes hanging up there? My kids have had some fun over the holidays. Sorry. So some people can get up there and just wing it. But when you're shy, when you're introverted, when you are nervous, things typically don't come out that well. Now, there's some people like Brienne on here. She's like a natural. She steps out into the crowd and it comes out better than it does when she's practicing. I know it because I've watched it in action. She knows how to work a crowd. Thank you, Kimberly. I don't know that a pro is quite the right word, but so mentally prep for the occasion. I write notes. I have note cards. I have bullet points, and I practice and practice and practice. Like I practice in my mirror. I videotape myself doing it. I listen to myself on replay a couple of times. Tina, I really am shy-ish. Number 2 is get sleep. I don't know about you, but if I am tired, nothing comes out the right way. My words are jumbled. I can't think straight. It's pretty much a scientific fact. If you don't have sleep, you're not on your game. So get some sleep. 7 to 8 hours a night, I think, is key. Now, positive self-talk is number 3. We all talk about, it doesn't help us any when we say, I'm so afraid of this. I'm so afraid. I'm so nervous. And I'm so guilty of doing that before I get up to speak. But if we say, I am powerful, I am an expert, I know what I'm talking about, this is going to go really well tonight, I'm super excited about it. That kind of positive self-talk really does change the way that your brain thinks. And that puts those thoughts in your head, so that translates into what you're doing instead of, I'm so scared, I'm so scared. So that leads me to point number 4, and that is power posing. If you have not heard of power posing, you need to learn it. It's super simple, and it's one of my new favorite things to do before I do anything. So power posing, literally, there's some science behind it, so you should Google it. I'm not going to go into it right now, but standing open-chested, when you constantly sit like this and you have your head down and you're worried, and this is like a worried into yourself pose or posture. So when you open your chest up, maybe even lift your arms up. I don't know. Maybe stand, the Wonder Woman stance like this. It's true. She does it for a reason. Those are powerful poses. We learned about this a couple of months ago, and I've been doing it ever since. I know one of my friends on here knows the name because I have gone totally blank on the name of the person who talked to us about power posing. So somebody please type it in. Yes. Morning, Tracy. It's good to see you. Hey, Amanda. Thanks for popping on. I'm so glad to have you all here this morning. So number 5, remember that no one knows what you are planning to say. So it doesn't matter if you I actually do better if I don't go word for word off my notes. If I have a keyword here, and a keyword here, and I practice it over and over again. So no matter which way it comes out, like if you have sentences memorized, that works really amazing for like Bible verses or for quotes that you want to remember. But when you have like a 10-minute speech to give or a presentation to give, if you go 3 words off of what you have memorized, it can totally flub you up. So, hey, Catherine. Hey, Barry. Thanks for joining. So remember that nobody knows what you, hey, Deborah. Nobody, thanks for joining all the way from Australia. It's probably night. It should be nighttime there for you, I believe. Or yes, right? Right. Morning, guys. So, it doesn't matter. Nobody knows what you were planning to say. It's okay if you flub it up. Keep rolling. But when I'm going back to number 1, when you're prepping, it's okay. Just have a few key words and just know exactly like those super points. Don't memorize the entire speech. I promise if you mess it up, you're totally going to be caught off guard and not know what's going on. Okay. Number 6, get up when you walk up. Talk about your nerves. Talk about how you're feeling. I like to say, you know what, guys? I have never been in a room this big, so let's like shake it off. Let me ask a couple of questions to get the room warmed up. That's point number 7. Ask some questions to the crowd. So it takes a little bit of the attraction off of you and puts it back on them. So it feels a little more interactive. It gets them talk. 1:45 a.m. Whew. Go to bed. Remember, number 2 was get some sleep. No, I'm kidding. I know you're out there hustling, Deborah. So it's number 6 and number 7. Talk about how you're feeling. Admit that you're nervous. Admit your faults. It makes you human, and it like takes a little bit of the pressure off of you. And then ask questions to the crowd. That usually gets the ball rolling and warms up the crowd, but it also helps you like all of a sudden not be on display for a second, and you can turn it back to them. Okay. And it pumps you up, I promise. So number 8 is realize you're amazing. You are. God made you this way. He made you amazing. He made you for a reason. And you are amazing no matter what. We are all human. We all make mistakes. So even when you make a mistake, you're still amazing. Just know that and tell yourself that. Number 9, hold your head high and walk with confidence. Back a little bit to power posing, but hold your head high. Walk with confidence. It helps when you walk out there. Stand nice and proud and tall. And number 10, finally, let's wrap this up. Have fun. I'm sure you could have guessed the number 10, but have fun. The more that you do this, the better you will get. And the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll feel. Sure, I'm talking about this because just recently I was prepping, number 1, for a team a training that I had to do, a virtual team training. So I was live, Facebook Live, in front of hundreds of people. And I was a little, Facebook Live, like it's really hard to interact sometimes, so you're just talking and it's all on you. But then just a few nights ago, I spoke in front of a crowd of over 100 people, and that's maybe not the largest, but a year or so ago, I spoke in front of about 400 people, and guys, it can be super nerve-wracking. So I'm talking to you about this stuff because I've recently been doing a lot of it, and I've learned as an introvert and as a super shy person, the things that help me, hopefully they will help you. But remember, practice, have fun with it, because the more you put yourself out there, the more you grow, and the more, what was the quote that I was going to say? If you don't change and you don't try to grow, then nothing else changes. And I know that each and every one of you are out here to make an impact on the world, and it looks different for each of us. But when you are asked to do something out of your comfort zone, like speak in front of people, do it. Take the challenge, accept it, and grow. All right, guys, I love you. It is my hope today that you step out of your comfort zone and do something that scares you. And it is super duper my hope that you are able to speak in front of a crowd, that you're able to speak in front of 3 people, 10 people, thousands of people one day, because you took the chance and you did it. All right, love you guys. Have a great day.